My modern learning and primary school where we will stay. I'm standing before you to add to my colleague's point. I believe that education is more important for success in life. Yes, good home training is important, but that alone is not enough to help us succeed in today's world. Please ask me why. Firstly, education gives knowledge and skills to be a doctor, teacher, engineer, educator, or even a shopkeeper. We need to be able to read, write, and understand things. Secondly, education drives national global development. In school, education drives national global development. It's through education that nation progress and individual become useful citizens. It teaches us how to solve problems, make good choices and plan for the future. These are important for success. Thirdly, education requires and strengthening home training because in school we learn teamwork, discipline and etiquette. So education helps with good manners. Many with poor home training change through education. Therefore, education can correct home training, but home training cannot give degree. Education is the foundation of modern success. Education is the foundation of modern success because the innovations born in the universities change human existence. For example, artificial intelligence (AI) assists human intelligence to boost productivity, and that is a game changer. No amount of home training could compete with education when talking about success. Education is the best legacy.
And now we move to the third and final set. And for this set, I'd like to welcome the chief speaker from Ademosu Primary School, Ogun, speaking for the motion. A round of applause for her, please, as she comes forward. And speaking against the motion, the chief speaker from Nawarudin Primary School, Abiodun'S. A round of applause for her as well as she comes forward.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-educators, and my attentive audience. My name is Abiodun'S from Ademosu Primary School. I'm here to support the motion that says good home training is more important than education to success in life. Before I proceed, let me define the key terms in this topic. What is good home training? Good home training means the moral upbringing, discipline, and value given to a child at home to shape his or her behavior in society. What is education? Education is the process of acquiring knowledge and skills through formal learning. What is success in life? Success in life is achieving one's goal and living a fulfilled, respected, and responsible life. Without good character, even an educated person can misuse his or her knowledge and fail in life. For example, many corrupt leaders are educated but lack proper home training. First, a person good home training builds character. A person who is well trained at home will grow up to be honest, respectful, and disciplined. Second, education without manner leads to education without manner is dangerous. A person who is educated but arrogant, rude, or dishonest will destroy trust and lose opportunity. But a person with good home training will attract people's love and respect, which are keys to success. Third, many successful people today owe their success to their upbringing. Look at people like Ademosu or Mother Teresa. Their humility, discipline, and respect for others make them great, not just certificates. In conclusion, good home training shapes person behavior, attitude, and morals, which education alone cannot do. Without it, education became useless. Therefore, I strongly believe that good home training is more important than education for success in life. Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, both home training and education are important, but education is more important for success in life. For success in life, which good home training is more more important than for education for success in life. Ladies and gentlemen, both home training and education are important in life. But if we must choose which one is more important for success, the answer is education. Education is the light that removes the darkness of ignorance. It is the foundation for every great achievement. Let us think about without education. How can doctor treat sick people? How can engineer build bridge and road? How can teacher treat others? How can leader lead the nation wisely? Education gives us the knowledge, skills, and confidence to achieve success in life. Home training teaches us manners, such as greeting others and behaving well, which are good values. A person can be respectful and humble, yet he lives in poverty because he has no education. Education, on the other hand, gives us the ability to think, to read, to write, and to create invention that make the world better. It opens us to good jobs, innovation, and leadership. In fact, even our parents who train us at home do so prepare us for education. If home training is more important, they could not bother sending us to school. Education also gives us moral subjects like civic education, social studies, and religious studies. So education gives us both knowledge and good behavior. It is the combination of the two. But education stands out because it helps to achieve success in life. Therefore, education is not the only key to success, but according to Taibat, education is the key to unlock the readiness for opportunity. In conclusion, both of training and education are important in life, but education is more important for success in life. Home training may make a person weak, but education make a person great. Education gives us the wisdom, knowledge, and the power to solve problems. It is the bridge between dreams
and the second speaker from Nawarudin Primary School, Abiodun'S, is speaking against the motion. A round of applause for her, please. You both have 2 minutes to express your views, and the speaker going for the motion can begin now.
My name is Chairman, panel of judges, accurate park, and co-debaters and athletics audience. My name is Abiodun'S from Ademosu Primary School, Ogun. I am here to support the motion that says good home training is more important than education for success in life. My first speaker has already divided the key terms and given some point to support our stand. I am here to add more strength to our argument. First, good home training teaches moral values such as honesty, respect, and humility. These are the two qualities that make a person successful and respected in society. Education cannot teach you how to behave or how to treat others well. That is the work of home training. Second, good home training helps a person to use education wisely. An educated person without good manners will use his knowledge to cheat or deceive others. But a well-trained person will use his knowledge for the good of society. Third, good home training produces peace and order. When people behave well, there is unity, progress, and development, all of which lead to success in life. In conclusion, education may give you a living, but good home training will give you a life. Therefore, we strongly believe that good home training is more important than education for success in life. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, advocates, debaters, and audience. My name is Ogun. I am from Muslim Nation Primary School. I am here to oppose the notion which says good home training is more important than education for success in life. Firstly, education is the process of acquiring knowledge, skills, values, and habits that helps individuals function effectively in society. It enlightens the mind, broadens understanding, and gives direction to a person protection. A well-educated person can think critically, solve problems, and adapt to changing situations, which are all essential for success. Good home training may teach good manners, but education teaches reasoning, creativity, and innovation, which are the real ingredients of success in this modern world. Without education, a trained person will be made limits in what they can achieve. Secondly, education creates independence.
cooperation. Through teamwork, learning, students develop respect, empathy, responsibility. So education does not equip one with knowledge, but also builds characters. In conclusion, both home training are important, but education also builds important, just like as Nelson Mandela said, and I quote, education is the most successful weapon which you can use to change the world. Thanks.
Excellency, the first speaker of this week is Evangelist Abiodun'. Can you make the applause round for her?
Good afternoon to everyone. All the distinguished guests that are here. I say particular greetings to the children, especially the ones that have just beautifully performed debating 4 and 8. I must say that I'm very, very impressed with you, and I'm so proud of what we have here in this state. I mean, I'm so proud of you. I want you all to give yourselves a round of applause. His Royal Highness Oba Abdulrazak Ademosu, the Emumare of Ogun, the Royal Father of the Day, Dr. Gabriel Obeje Owen, Group Managing Director, Red Oil Limited, and his beautiful wife, Co-Chairman of the day, Dr. Ademosu, founder, Taibat Foundation and convener of today's events, and all his siblings that are here present, the lecturers for today's events, panel of judges, the invited and debating schools, Taibat's guests and children, other invited guests, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. You can imagine how Mama would feel if she were present here today, just to see how much she's been celebrated. I mean, when I came into this hall, I was super impressed with what you have done just to remember Mama 10 years on. A decade ago, we lost a mother, a mentor, and a pillar in the community, Mama Taibat Ademosu. This is why I am standing before you with deep reverence and a heart full of respect to commemorate the 10th-year remembrance of a true matriarch of the Ademosu family. As we take this opportunity to reflect upon her life and her values, we do not mourn her absence, but we celebrate the perpetuity of her spirit. While I may not have known Mama personally, I believe her memory is a blessing, and the legacy she left behind is a shining example for her immediate community and for all of us in Ogun State. Ladies and gentlemen, I make bold to affirm that the finest measure of a mother's success is the quality of the children that she raises. And to Aki and all his siblings, I can attest that you are Mama's living, breathing testimony. Your character, your drive, and your sense of social responsibility speaks volumes about the home she built and the values she painstakingly nurtured in you. I am happy that in an attempt to continue her legacy of service to community and humanity, you, the children, founded the Taibat Foundation, to which I can draw a connection with our own brainchild, the Ademosu Foundation. Our foundation, which extols the inclusivity of working together towards achieving a collective purpose, is deeply committed to improving the quality of life in Ogun State, focusing on health and well-being, quality education, and the empowerment of women, girls, and people living with disability. Meanwhile, I understand that this foundation that is rightly dedicated to Mama's memory exists for the purpose of rebuilding rural communities, supporting sustainable community projects, and paying forward to the less privileged through initiatives in education, health, and personal development. Indeed, where Taibat Foundation is supporting rural schools and organizing medical outreaches, it is reinforcing the pillars of sustainable development goals that our Ademosu Foundation is also championing. Clearly, we are united in the belief that development must reach the grassroots. I am positive that Mama Taibat's spirit is pleased with her children's efforts to touch lives and give back to society, just as she has taught them. Mama's love was not a passive emotion, it was active. It was a love that nurtured and disciplined her children to become responsible citizens. It provided comfort to struggling neighbors and was a selfless backdrop for her family and her community. The legacy of love is what we see in the unity of her children and the warmth they extend to the community. The legacy of service is a perpetual motion of the Taibat Foundation, ensuring that Mama's hand continues to reach out long after she took her rest. Mama Taibat lived her life in effective service, rooted in the belief that our greatest calling is to impact lives positively. She has finished her race well and has left us with a blueprint for a meaningful life, to serve God, raise godly children, and love your neighbor as yourself. As we transition to the lecture and debate finals, I am reminded of the importance of cultivating critical thinking and public speaking among our youth. These skills, as displayed here today, are essential for mapping the future leaders of our states and our nation. So as we celebrate the achievements of these young debaters, I encourage them to continue pushing the boundaries of knowledge, empathy, and understanding. Your voices matter, and your ideas can shape the future. Let me also urge the winners and all participants alike to keep striving for excellence, be magnanimous in victory, and gallant in defeat. Without mincing words, the Taibat Foundation's commitment to empowering young people is truly admirable. To the entire members of the family, I want to seize this opportunity to urge you to take comfort in the knowledge that your matriarch's life was a blessing, and you have done her proud by supporting the foundation. At this juncture, I must commend you for transforming your grief into gifts for society. As such, immortalizing Mama's gunshots. May Almighty God grant Mama Taibat Ademosu eternal rest, and may her remarkable legacy of love and service continue to inspire all of us to do more, to give more, and to be more. Long live memories of Mama Taibat. Long live Taibat Foundation. Long live Ogun State. Long live Federal Republic of Nigeria. I thank you all for listening. God bless you.
Thank you for your time, and I want you to know that this performance this afternoon has shown us that there is hope in this country. I can tell you, for students, primary, to defend and work against these topics, I tell you, they are doing fine. They've done very great. And I want you to know, the judges, they base it on content, mastery of topic, clarity, persuasiveness, team coordination, confidence and exposure, composure, time management, audience connection, grammar and accuracy, then conclusion, and then general impression. I'll not be announcing, I'm not the one that will announce the first, second, third, but I want you to know they've all performed well. And it's very, very difficult. We are still passing through. We are going through so that it will be done well. And we can tell you, all of us we have done it together, and the judge, the moderator will bring the result as soon as possible now. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's our pleasure, and we just start with the existing protocol to announce the third place for the primary school debate category. This the donation for this category was kindly donated by Dr. Blessing Ademosu here. Please give him a round of applause. And he has allowed me to be the one to announce the winner. So the third place prize for the primary school debate goes to. Do we remember the school that debated for the primary? Do we know the names of the school? We know the names of the schools. We remember the names of the schools. Okay, the third place goes to Nawarudin Primary School Abiodun'S. Please let the students of the People's Foundation come out to receive their award. Please clap for them now. Clap for them. It is not easy to stand in front. Look at me, a full-grown 60-year-old woman. My voice is shaking as I'm talking to you. But look at them. They stood here and spoke for 5 minutes or 2 minutes, and they made their point, and they were so concise. So I am very proud of them, and you should too. Please clap for them until they get all their photographs and leave the stage. Okay. Congratulations, our
Thank you very much. I will put our hands together for our very distinguished presenters. Thank you. And can we put our hands together for Nawarudin Primary School? Thank you very much and congratulations to you. For the second place award in the primary category, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite and welcome the Iyalode of Agoiwoye, Mrs. Taibat Bakari. Now please put our hands together for her. And she's going to be joined by the Honorable Commissioner for Education of the State, Professor Abiodun'S and the Chairman of Taibat Foundation, Ademosu. Please put your hands together for them as we come forward to present the next. I also like to respectfully invite and welcome Her Excellency, the First Lady of Ogun State, Her Excellency Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun'S. And to be joined, ladies and gentlemen, by Kabiyesi, His Royal Highness Oba Abdulrazak Adesina Adenuba, the Ebumawe of Agoiwoye. And we also say Kabiyesi as Kabiyesi comes forward. Thank you so much. Are you ready to know the first prize winner? Are you ready to know the first prize winner? Ladies and gentlemen, you will know now. Thank you, My Excellency. The assignment given to me by my Excellency, there's no way I can't be this because I don't want my organ to query me. If not, the winner, I'm the winner. And that is the reason why I said it's an assignment. If not, the winner is supposed to announce himself as a winner. So, the first prize in the primary category is graciously donated by Mrs. EFBC Edo and for their outstanding argument, clarity, and confidence. The winner of the primary category of this maiden edition of Taibat Foundation today is Ogun.
I who had actually spent a lot of time here with us already today. We don't understand, she just left. Our royal father of the day, His Royal Highness Oba Abdulrazak Adeshino Adenuga, the Ebumawe of Agoiwe, here present. The convener of today's event, my very good friend and brother, Dr. Akiwade Ademosu. My very lovely wife here present, Mrs. Godfrey Obeche. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to be here this afternoon. And to be very honest, I am very astounded by the quality of debates we've seen today. And I'm sure each and every one of you will agree with me. My first time, well, about 10 years ago, I was privileged to have been in Agoiwe at the funeral of the lady in whose memory we are here this afternoon, Mrs. Taibat Ademosu. Her funeral, I was privileged to have been here 10 years ago for that funeral. And a couple of years ago, definitely less than 5 years ago or so, I was also privileged to have come to Agoiwe and the commissioning of the rebuilt classroom blocks of Omo Edumare Primary School, which was handled by this same foundation that has put this event together. And to be very honest, when I came for that event, His Royal Highness was also there on that day. I was completely blown away at what Dr. Ademosu and the foundation, the Taibat Foundation, did with that school. And no surprises that today that same school has won the first prize of the debate. Can we give the Ogun Edumare Primary School a rousing hand of applause?
On the shoulders of my brothers, starting from the chairman of Taibat Foundation, Alhaji Ademosu, and all my siblings, my brothers. But before I go into any word, I give all the glory to Almighty God for the blessing that He has brought our lives. We're grateful to God for a day like this, for the opportunity to do it, to plan, to ensure that it happens. It is not because we're smart, wiser, or better than anyone. It's just God's grace at work. I want to also especially thank Kadesi, a father indeed. When you see a father, he treats you like a friend, you know. And I'm a child of God, and I love the word of our Lord Jesus Christ. And He said to His disciples, He said, nowadays I don't call you servants anymore. I call you my friends. Because friends get to know what the master is thinking. And that's what Abiodun'S has done, is being a father and a friend to all of us. You know, and it's not, his hands are so broad, his heart is so wide to embrace everyone. He's not a man after what is in your pocket or after what is in your heart. Thank you so much for everything that you are to us. We're grateful. You know, there's so much to say on a day like this. I will thank a very big brother that kept tormenting me on just a few years that he has for me, Dr. Gabriel Obeche. You know, of course he's bigger than me, he's richer than me, but the age gap is so small that he cannot stop tormenting and reminding me that I'm very young, I'm younger than him. Thank you, Doctor, for coming. I appreciate you a lot. My dear sister, Sister Godric, thank you so much. All our friends, all my pastors, every one of you, every one of us here, we are super, special guests and important. Without you, these events will mean nothing. It's like a leader that says, I'm leading, and there's no one following you. You're just taking a stroll. This event is a celebration of everyone that is here, and we're indeed grateful. Our hearts swell with joy, and we thank you for walking this path with us. To my brothers and sisters, I like Ademosu, Sindema, Ademosu, Alaja and Alaja, Deaconess Ademosu, Ademosu. Adetayo Ademosu, my brother and the wife, Adekemi Ademosu, thank you so much. Dr. Ademosu and our dear sister, thank you so much. My sweet sister, Afolakemi, Pastor Afolakemi, and Uncle Eri Onifade, thank you so much. Oluwabusola, thank you so much for your heart. I won't stop but mention this gracious couple, and I want us to please appreciate them. These events happened in 4 weeks. 4 weeks we started planning. It was like walking with a fire hose. We were running every day, sleepless nights, putting this together. Mrs. Sarah Ademosu, thank you. You're the project manager. Sarah, just come up here. Come up here, Sarah. Come up here. And Mr. Okoyemi Ademosu, that's the art director. All the beautiful things you see here, by himself, Okoyemi designed everything because he says he's the first grandson. He has to take charge of that. Please help me appreciate this wonderful, beautiful blessing to the family. Thank you so much, guys, for making this happen. Please, we have donors. They supported us not by plan, not by design, but they just came up, and I just asked, and none of them actually said no. Everybody just said, we want to be part of this, we want to be part of it. I want to thank, like I said, I thank Dr. Gabriel Ubeche, Brother Blessing, thank you so much. I have a young man here, Adedayo. Dayo Idowu, thank you so much for being a part of this stretch sets. And everyone that has been there, Stretch Sets Services Limited, thank you for giving to us. Mrs. Yemisi Edo, MD FCMB, Paralex MD, Oluomo, Femi Bakre, Yeye is here. Thank you so much. I know he's not here now because he had to travel abroad. Every one of our sacrifices, they're noticed and appreciated. Every sweat that we broke, every sleepless nights, they're appreciated. I'm only going to talk about a few things. And those are the things that truly define us. And I want the children to listen very carefully to me. You guys have been amazing. You've been an encouragement. Indeed, nobody should stop supporting public schools in any way, form, or shape. Public schools deserve support from everyone.
My name is Fola Henry Onifade. I'm a daughter, like the 5th child of Mrs. Taibat Olatunde Comfort Ademosu. My mom died about exactly 10 years today. She died 13th of October 2015. My mom was an amazing woman. She was a woman of love, of compassion, of honor. She was a woman of grace. She left so much behind for us. She lived a life of love. She was so compassionate. As a matter of fact, she was the one that led us to be able to know that if your life is just for you alone, your life is too small. She will keep telling us that, look, the number of people you are able to touch in their life will determine the length of your life. I mean, that will be the length that people will be able to count for you. So she was not one of those people that will tell you that you need to live long. She was one that wishes us to live well, but she also really wants us to live to make impacts in people's lives. And so when she died, even shortly before she died, I was one that even at the age of 89, my mom was paying university student school fees. And I would be like, you are here, sitting down here on your wheelchair, and you're still paying people's school fees. And she would be like, look, ẹnikẹ́ni tí ìwọ bá nípa láti ràn lọ́wọ́, òun gangan lẹ́ni kejì ẹ. So we grew up like that, and we got, immediately she died, we just like, look, guys, we need to keep her legacy going on. She was not learned, but she was one that would tell us that wherever you want to get to, learning, I am ready to take you there. She would sell anything sellable to send us to school. My dad was amazing, but my mom did so much for so many of us. Like, she was just there. And we started this legacy that we call Taibat Foundation, which is Taibat Ademosu Foundation. When we started it just because of her. And you know, my brother Akinwande, Dr. Akinwande Ademosu, called me one day and he was just like, sis, we need to put something together after mommy. And I said, so, the only thing we can put together first of all is to follow education. So we started off. And in fact, he did it before I even knew what was going on. Before you know it, my brother had set up this foundation. He had registered the foundation. He had done everything that needed to be done. And it was just like, look, sis, you know me, I might not have the time, but we have to run this thing. So we started it. And so far, since the inception, which was about 5 years ago or thereabouts, about 8 years ago, 2 years after my mom died, we've been able to feed over 5,000 families that are in need. And we've been able to transform schools. One of them is Idumari Model School. It's about one of the best primary schools in Agowe. It was transformed completely, and we handed it over to the government. Then we've given awards of excellence to many students. Every year we go to schools, we look at primary school students that are doing well in English, mathematics, science, and overall in primary 6. We give them awards, we give them cash gifts. And we have over 65 students on our scholarship. Those are the ones you're hearing, Taibat children, over 65 of them. So we, in the next, our mission is far from being over. You know, we intend in the coming years, Taibat Foundation is committed to, you know, having over 1,000 students on our scholarship scheme per time. As they're going, we want to keep having them. As they're getting out of school, we want to keep having them. And we have some university students that we are paying their school fees, tuition fees. You know, we are helping them. And as they're going, as they keep coming, as God enables us, we hope to be there for them, especially those who are so brilliant and they want to drop out of school. And we have surgeries, especially eye surgeries, life-transforming eye surgeries that we have done in this Agowe. And we really hope to extend it to Ijebu North and to Ogun State in general. So that's why this particular competition is actually extended to Ijebu North local government. So we are hoping that with the help of people who will come to join us, we just need people to join us, to partner with us. For over 10 years, we've been doing it by ourselves. If we have more partners, we have many more things to do. We have children who are in hospitals. We have many of them that we have helped in surgeries, but we still want to do more. That when they are we don't want children to die because there is no money to take care of them. So we are calling on well-wishers to partner with us, to join us in making life-changing differences in the life of these young ones, because they are the next generation. We are calling on them to help us so we can make a difference in these children's life, one life at a time. God bless you.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmine TV and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.